had an allergic reaction to it? And did I just stab myself in the eye with mascara? Yes, I did. He slammed our door really, really loud. Wasn't the first time, I promise you it won't be the last. Hi guys, happy Monday. We're gonna do a get ready with me because I have some filming to do later that I would like to look pretty for. And so while we do the get ready with me, we're just gonna talk about whatever comes up. But what I'm gonna start with is the ethics and differences between product reviews, PR unboxing stuff, and paid content. Because as I get into this world, it's one of those things that I have had to think about and consider, what do I want to do, what don't I want to do, when do I say what, and all of that. So there's a few different categories of videos you're going to see out there, and they're not always clearly identified which one they are. And the same influence, let's just say creator. The same creator might do multiple kinds of these. I do multiple kinds of these. And what they are kind of does vary what I say. And everybody's got to make everybody's different, I know that, but this is kind of my opinions and my thought process as I learn to navigate this world. By the way, starting with the Truffle Therapy Essential Face Toner. The more I use this, the more I like it. The primer I went in with is the Smashbox Photo Finish, which honestly is expired as hell because my mom bought it and she's been gone. But I know they still make it and I know it's still fabulous. And then I'm going in with the Ivo Skin Intensive Cica Repair Cream. So even see right there were 3 different products that I got 3 different ways, and I'm fixing to do a 4th one. And all 4 of them were very, very different. But how I approach what I say is really kind of the same. And I'll explain what I mean there. The first product I use, the Smashbox Photo Finish, is a product I spent my own money on. Well, my mom spent her own money on. Actually, the little one I bought and the larger one my mom bought. Because I have 2 of them. I have a full size and I have a little size. Mom bought the big size, I bought the little size, because Mom wore a lot more makeup than I did. But even she never used it all the way. I spent my money on it. I don't feel like I owe the brand a darn thing, so I can say whatever I want to say. So it's really easy to be honest about products that I bought with my own money. Honestly, the same with the toner. I paid for my Allure box. I paid for this product. I can say what I want to say about it. And the Allure box especially is sent as an opportunity to try products you're not familiar with. They may be great, they may not be great. Now I can always say what I want to say, but I'm not being pushed or pressured or encouraged to say anything other than my 100% honest opinion. One product I bought because I know I like it, so I'm probably going to say something good because I spent money on it. One product came in a trial box, so I have no motivation to be anything other than honest. I happen to be honest about it. When I first opened it, I wasn't super crazy about the smell. It's growing on me. I received this product completely as PR. I didn't ask for it. I didn't request it. They didn't, it wasn't a free trial. It just showed up on my doorstep saying, hey, we think you might like this. Give it a try. Let us know what you think. So in that case, to my mind, it's being sent as a gift. And on one hand, I was raised, you don't be rude to people who send you gifts. On the other hand, it was being sent to me as a gift for me to try out, hoping I would like it so that I would promote it on my page. Now, I did happen to very much like it, so that made the decision very easy. But what if it had been PR and I hadn't liked it? What would I have done then? You probably would have seen it when I opened it, and I would have given you my initial impressions, and then it would just kind of go away. Because I don't yet know a nice way to say, thank you so much for sending me something. It sucks. And until I kind of get used to that, I don't know what else to do other than, here's my initial impressions. Let's put this away. Luckily I didn't have to worry about that because I really love this, but I don't know. I'm still trying to figure that out. Now the TikTok shop, when I request things, generally it's sent to me with the understanding that I'm going to make a video about it. And like I just got something and I think it's being posted today on my TikTok. And I requested it. They chose to send it to me. And when it got here, I looked at it and I realized there's no freaking way this product will ever do what they claim it's gonna do. Like, it's just, that's not gonna happen. And I sat on it for like a week trying to figure out, how do I do this? Like, do I, because to do a review video, I have to show myself using it, and there was absolutely no way to make this product work unless I completely faked it. And I don't want to do that. Like that's just, I don't want to do that. So what I decided is, you know what? If I get the product and it looks like it's not going to be what I want it to be, I just need to try it live and just let people see what I'm going through while I'm testing it. And either it will be awesome and I will be surprised, or they're gonna see me giving it an honest shot and they're gonna see the outcome and it's gonna be what it's gonna be. And so that's what I did. And you can go over to my TikTok to see how that went. If it had went well, I would have posted it everywhere. I'm not posting it on YouTube. I'm not gonna just, you know, use this bad product that was sent free to me to get followers for saying crap about it. That seems kind of shitty too. But I am required to post my review on TikTok. So, sorry, I had to post something there. So that's where I've gotten to with that. Like, I just had my Tarte palette. Where did it go? So then there's the next category, which is paid content. And that is different from something like a requested sample. Paid content is, we're gonna send you money for you to make a video about our product, and here is what we want from it. And sometimes those videos are required to be posted on certain social media for a certain amount of time. And sometimes they're just required to be sent to them so they can use it however they want. It varies based on the product. And yes, I do those type of deals. I do them all the time, actually. Not like every day, but probably a third of the products that I sponsor are paid. Or a third of the products that I promote are paid promotions. I've had to kind of figure out, so I had to decide, how am I going to handle this? And a couple of things went into it, you know? Hey, we might be opening a package today. Is it a you one or a me one?
You.
Oh, you were just gonna open my mail? How rude.
Well, I could go and empty this one as well.
It's fine. What's that one?
Stickers.
Oh, good gravy. Your whatnot wins.
Yeah. From yesterday.
That's so cute. Hold my bear. I like that.
Masturbator.
Oh, good God.
I can buy myself chickens and I can get my own eggs.
I look confused here because it took till just now as I'm editing for me to realize that's a reference to the Miley Cyrus song. Yeah. You could. There's no rule saying you can around here, obviously, since our neighbor has chickens. So, with the products that I go ahead and do paid content, the first thing I do is my research. Before I accept any jobs to do paid promotion, I check the company out. I check the product out. In general, it aligns with who I am, my values, and what I believe. For instance, I have been offered a job about 4 times to do holiday cards featuring somebody that I do not like or support. The pay is pretty good. Be about $100 to, and they've offered 4 or 5 different jobs to promote these holiday cards featuring this person I don't like. And part of me, every time I see it, thinks, oh, we could use that money right now. But to do it, endorsing something I don't believe in, and I would never buy myself. And I can't. I've decided if it doesn't align with my values, if it doesn't align, you know, if it's not something I genuinely think, even if it's not something I necessarily need myself, but it's something that I can see the value in or the ethics in, that's fine. It doesn't have to be something I need for myself. It needs to be something I feel comfortable putting my name behind, you know? I don't ever want to look back and be like, oh my God, I can't believe I sold my soul to that company, you know? So I do my research, but all the research in the world can't tell you everything. So there may come a time where a product ends up in my hands that just isn't. So what happens then? And I've been doing a lot of thinking about this. Because when you accept a job, you are contractually obligated to provide whatever it is. I think if it's just, I don't know. What I've kind of thought through in my head is if a product arrives and it absolutely doesn't do what it's supposed to do, or it's a product that's crap that's going to fall apart, my plan right now is to send it back and withdraw from the contract. I'm not necessarily gonna, you know, I'm not gonna badmouth a company that is paying me. I'm not gonna like do it and then come on here and be like, haha, I did this video, but really it's crap. That's not fair to the company, you know? If I genuinely think the product is not something I want to have my name behind, I'm gonna step away. And that's, you know, my name's not worth anything right now to anyone except me, but it's still worth something to me. So that's the current plan. Now, that hasn't happened yet because, like I said, I do my research before I say yes. Do I expect it'll happen someday? Yeah. Hopefully, I have the integrity to do what I just said I want to do. And hopefully I'm not so desperate for money at the time I'm able to do it. But it's kind of one of those, you never know exactly what you're going to do in a situation until the situation comes up. But you try to have a plan. So that if the situation comes up, you're not like, oh crap, I guess I do it because, you know, if you have a plan, you're more likely to do what you planned than if you're surprised, you're more likely to make a bad snap decision. That's the plan currently. There's been some talk lately about influencers, some big names, and are they selling their integrity for money? Are the reviews they give actually honest reviews? That's what all of this kind of led to, is what would I do if I were them? If I were in this situation, would I be honest? Would I just say some, you know, if my friend, say, was making a product, and I actually have a friend who made eyeshadows for a while, and say she got back into it, and she sent me her product and said, hey, would you review this? And it's awful, and it's bad, and it's horrific. What would I do? Well, what I would do is tell my friend, I'm so sorry, my calendar is all booked, you know, I've got posts planned out for months, and I just can't fit you into the schedule, I'm sorry. And I would be nice about it and just kind of politely decline. If it was good product, you know, I'd make room in the schedule because she's a friend. And that's kind of like with the paparazzi thing I did last week. She's a friend. I don't do jewelry reviews, that's not, you know, my brand, but she's a friend and I genuinely like what she's selling, so hell yeah, I'm gonna promote her. Although, for the record, she didn't ask me and I'm not even sure if she knows that I did. And put her name out because she's amazing and I want to see her do well and I like what she's selling. If she was selling, say, LuLaRoe, I wouldn't be mentioning it, you know? I wouldn't be promoting her because I don't like what they stand for, and I don't like how they do business, and I don't like how they treat their representatives, so I wouldn't be promoting her on my channel. But paparazzi, from what I can see, they're fine. I don't have any ethical issue with them. There may be things I don't know, but I don't have any ethical issue that I know of with them. And I really like Meg. So anyway, that's where I've... So what about all these people? Do I think they've sold their soul to Michaela? Because yes, I'm talking about all the big reviewers that are reviewing Michaela's point of view makeup. I've seen a lot of people say a lot of really good things about Michaela's point of view skincare. I haven't tried it. I can't say anything to it myself. But I've seen a lot of people who I know have done a lot of very honest reviews, even about brands that they like, and said negative things even about brands that they like and that they have had deals with in the past. These people have still come on and said, hey, this is a good product. And so many people have come forward saying, hey, this is a good product. I cannot believe that that many people would say nice things if they weren't true. Too many people are saying it's good. I kind of have to go with the majority right now. And I have only heard 3 people talk negatively about it. One lady who said she had an allergic reaction to it. I don't know anything about this lady. I don't know what she has reviewed in the past. All I know is she says she has a negative reaction. And based on that information alone, what I'm going to say is I believe her. Somebody is allergic to every product out there. There is no product that is good for every person. There's just not. So do I believe that at least one person, somebody's going to be allergic to everything? So I'm not surprised. And that doesn't necessarily turn me off the brand either. I am not highly allergic to things. I have random reactions to random products, so I'm still gonna try it. And I still believe that person. So, I mean, nothing gets 100% positives. I have seen several people say, like, do comparisons and say it's as good as XYZ product, but not necessarily better. And I believe they're probably right. I don't know. On their skin, this particular product does the same thing as another product. There is a certain amount of, like, there's always gonna be variance. Like, how do products do under other products? How does, you know, Michaela's brand might do really good under Tier and look like crap under my Patrick Ta. And it might, you know, my Jung Se Mool, I know does really good under my Trini of London, but it's not so great under my Tier, which is what I did today. You know, different products do different things with different products. So I absolutely believe there's going to be variance in people's experience with a product. But enough professionals have come forward and said, you know what, this does what she says it does. Some people say it's too much moisturizer, and I can definitely see that because there's a lot of moisturizing in this. If you have very oily skin, you might not want to use everything. Sure. But I don't think people have just sold their soul. The other 2 people I've seen speak negative about it have a history of speaking negatively about Michaela. If you have talked bad about this person and in one case almost made your career completely off of talking bad about this one person, in no way, shape, or form am I going to accept your review as anything other than biased. By the same token, if you are their known bestie, I'm also not going to accept your review as anything other than biased. I don't want reviews from people who hate you. I don't want reviews from people who are gonna love and support you no matter what. I want reviews from people who don't know you. So, I don't know. I don't know how we ended up there, but that's where we ended up. So, as far as my ethics, you can't pay me to lie, and I'm not going to. I will say what I am told to say about products as long as it is truthful, and I'm being paid. And if I'm not being paid, I will say what I want to say, good or bad. And if I paid my own money for it, I'm gonna say what I want to say, good or bad. But if I am being paid, if I get it and it's awful, I'm gonna back out of the contract because I don't want to put my name on something I know is crap. So like you've seen, I've done a lot of like vitamins and stuff lately. Before I post those, I've taken the vitamin for a while. Like I don't do those until I've tried it long enough to know, okay, yeah, one, it's not gonna kill me. And two, it does have what it says it has. And I do that because when I first started this, one of the items we got was an anti-itch spray for pets. And it was a sample from the TikTok shop. And we tried it, and my dog acted like she'd been burned when we sprayed it on her. And the cat too. And when we called them back to try a second time, the dog just started shaking and the cat wouldn't come near us. So that was the day I had to make a decision. Okay, this was a free sample. I am required to make a video on this. And actually, I had already posted the video before we tried it. I don't do that anymore. I went back and I made a second video saying, hey, don't buy this. And as soon as my 3-day requirement of having the video up was over, I pulled down the first video. Moving forward, you'll see videos like what went up on my TikTok today. I don't know, I got this as a sample. I don't know if it's gonna work. Let's test it out together. Oh, it didn't work. This is crap, don't buy it. But here's the link in case you wanna not buy it. That's what I've decided to do in cases where I get things that I can't say nice things about, is just show you why I feel that way. So, I don't know, good, bad, and different. That's my take on the ethics of sponsorships and paid promotions. We did get some stuff in the mail. I have no freaking clue what this is. Not showing you my address this time. So let's open it together and see what it is. Wolf's kind of paying attention now because he doesn't know what it is either. Oh, actually, funny story. This is one of those items that I got, I have a paid promotion to do. So these are, what are they? These are perfume oils, and they have pheromones in them, and I have no idea what they smell like, so this is not my ad video for them.
That's the
yeah, they saw a video that Wolf and I did kind of as a joke and kind of serious on TikTok about this particular perfume, which there's a video going up this week on how to turn a perfume oil into a spray perfume, and that's what I did with this one. Wolf really, really likes this perfume oil, like really likes this perfume oil, and so we did kind of a tongue-in-cheek review of that. And this company saw it and
after things happen.
Yeah, he had a reaction the first time he smelled it, and afterwards, you know, my hair's a mess, and it's like, so this perfume has been approved. So this company really, really liked that particular video and said, hey, if we send you our stuff, would you make us a commercial like that? I haven't smelled them, haven't opened them. We're both a little like, did we really post that, and did that really end up getting us another job? Okay, we're gonna be that couple now. I mean, it's very PG-13, and this one will be too, but hopefully they smell good and I don't have to back out of this one, because if we can do this one, it will be the highest paying promotion I've ever done. And we'll find out. I'm not opening these now. I will actually open them later, but there you go. That's how that happens. So the bright red under here is not the blush right now. So bye. See you later.